The graduation ceremony will commence in 5 minutes.
Success is when somebody survives. I can feel that. That's tangible. There's absolutely no mileage at all in getting up in the morning to be average.
The graduation ceremony will commence in 3 minutes. The graduation ceremony will commence in 2 minutes. The graduation ceremony will commence in 1 minute.
Hello and welcome to this special event honouring the graduating class of 2021. My name is Kumi Taguchi, a proud UOW alumna from the class of 1996. I was away for my graduation and I've always wished I had marked the end of my time at UOW. And whilst your graduation will be different to the norm, like so much of these past 18 months, I'm so glad you can be here and we can be together for this very special evening as we come to you live from the famous UOW Hall. Before we go any further, let us pay our respects to our First Nations people. We acknowledge that country for Aboriginal peoples is an interconnected set of ancient and sophisticated relationships. The University of Wollongong spreads across many interrelated Aboriginal countries that are bound by this sacred landscape an intimate relationship with that landscape since creation. From Sydney to the Southern Highlands to the South Coast, from fresh water to bitter water to salt, from city to urban to rural. The University of Wollongong acknowledges the custodianship of the Aboriginal peoples of this place and space that has kept alive the relationships between all living things. The university acknowledges the devastating impact of colonisation on our campus's footprint and commit ourselves to truth-telling, healing and education. We are moments away from opening the doors for the official commencement of tonight's ceremony, with the Chancellor and faculty executive assembling after the traditional procession across the campus. I have many rich memories of my life on this campus. I studied creative arts on a music scholarship and went on to a career in TV and journalism, where I'm currently the host of SBS's Insight program. My time here physically was only 3 years, but my relationship with UOW and my fellow alumna has not only remained but grown since I graduated. The community you have been part of and will be part of for years to come is wonderfully unique, global and truly authentic. It is such an honour to be here with you tonight. The stage and hall are set as they would be for all graduation ceremonies, and we respect the time-honoured traditions that are part of the rich tapestry of universities across the world. But as a marker of this time, we have a group of graduates joining us remotely, representing all of you. Welcome. As such, we begin by opening the doors and welcoming the academic procession into the hall. Leading the procession are the Executive Deans representing the 4 faculties here tonight. Professor Sue Bennett. Senior Professor Grorsel Alice. Senior Professor Eileen A. McLaughlin. Professor Colin Picker. Entering next is Senior Deputy Vice-Chancellor Joe Chicharo, OM. Vice-Chancellor Professor Patricia Davidson. And we welcome Ms Christine McLaughlin AM, who is the Chancellor, the University's highest official and Chair of the University Council. And coming to the stage now is the mace bearer, Eleni Petru. She's carrying the university mace. This is a truly ancient symbol of authority and ceremony. And the mace you see her carrying there has been part of UOW since the beginning and is kept in a special office locked up until it's brought out for these ceremonies. We will stay standing and ask you to do the same as UOW performance and theatre student Jennifer Gray leads us in the national anthem. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Please take your seats. Tonight, you are one of close to 1,000 students joining this graduation broadcast from across Australia and the globe, representing a diverse cohort of which we can all be so proud. Graduates celebrate from their homes in Bangladesh, Canada, China, India, Japan, Malaysia, New Zealand, Nigeria, Norway, Pakistan, Papua New Guinea, Singapore, Spain and Thailand. We also welcome many proud families marking this life achievement with you and for you in their own unique way. Let me quickly just share how this evening will go for you. Shortly, the Chancellor will officially welcome you all before you then split out into your faculties for the first part of our awards presentations. We will then come back together for our incredible guest speaker, who's the inspirational plastic surgeon, burns expert and Australian of the Year, Professor Fiona Wood AM. Following that, we head over into the iconic Uni Bar as local legends Hockey Dad take the stage, reigniting a lot of memories of times spent studying. Then you will go back into your faculty groups for the remaining presentations and the vote of thanks by your faculty graduate speaker. We invite you to share any celebrations and congratulations that you have on social channels by tagging UOW Grad 2021. We'd love to be able to share them on this broadcast. And now, graduates, family and friends, it is my pleasure to introduce the Chancellor of the University, Ms Christine McLaughlin, AM.
Graduates, family and friends, welcome to this graduation ceremony. Today is a special occasion for all of us, but especially for you, our graduates. I feel privileged to be sharing this milestone with you, every single one of you. This achievement is yours to celebrate and now build from. What also makes you unique is that your graduation milestone is occurring at a point in history which is extremely challenging. The global pandemic we are living through has disrupted our world. The health crisis, but also the ease of crossing domestic and international borders, supply chains for critical products and services disrupted, coupled with the exponential pace of technology enablement, and generally a change in the way we do things, including simple things such as seeing family and friends and different ways of learning. As I stand here and reflect upon this, being the first time I have been back on campus since June due to the extended lockdowns in New South Wales experienced by us all, I cannot help but share in thoughts and feelings on how much we all look forward to the campus thriving again with activity once the final easing of restrictions allows us to be together and share in events such as this. The health, mobility and economic implications of the pandemic have been unprecedented, impacting each of you in different ways. Through it all, you have shown resilience, strength and determination, which has helped you overcome your challenges. Today's events are the culmination of years of hard work, personal sacrifice and commitment. I hope you feel a deep sense of achievement and pride. You did it. This ceremony is public recognition of both your commitment and achievement. It has been a privilege to be a part of your journey so far, and we look forward to witnessing the incredible work you do from here. I offer my own congratulations and those of the University Council. Graduation is also an opportunity to thank all of those who made your achievements possible, your family, your friends and your teachers. This is a special moment for them too, and I'm sure they're extremely proud of how far you have come. Today we acknowledge the important role they played and invite them to share in your success. I was the first member of my own family to receive a university degree, and the pride and joy that gave my family and dear friends is a memory I have kept with me. So treasure today. Today marks the beginning of your next chapter. I hope that your experience at UOW has shaped not only the person you are today and the career you're about to embark upon, but also the curiosity, empathy and compassion that you will take with you. The world is changing so quickly, and as we face complex social, environmental and economic challenges, I'm confident that, as graduates of the University of Wollongong, you are well placed to lead the way forward. In today's world, change is the only constant, and the rate of change is itself increasing. A risk-accepting mentality is key to rapid iteration and, to use a well-known phrase, falling forward. As Kumi mentioned, as a graduate of the UOW, you are now part of a truly global university. We deliver programs at campuses in Dubai, Hong Kong and Malaysia, and have partner institutions in China and Singapore. You can feel proud to be part of a university with an outstanding reputation that spans the globe. The completion of your studies at UOW places you among the most employable graduates in the world. We are among the top 200 universities globally for the quality of our graduates and 62nd in the world for graduate employability. This reflects both the achievements of our alumni and our ability to equip you with skills that make you job ready. The success of our graduates is the basis for the university's strong reputation in Australia and around the world. UOW ranks among the top 1% of universities globally, and we are aiming higher every day. Graduates, you are our greatest achievement, and along with our researchers and partners, you're at the heart of UOW's mission to create a lasting, positive impact. It's this community of like-minded people that has shaped our university to become a world leader for social and economic impact, ranking 6th in the world in the 2021 Times Higher Education University Impact Ratings. Together with our partners, we're working to solve the biggest questions facing society and striving towards a better quality of life for future generations as we address structural change at pace. Through this work, we have partnered with the World Health Organization to develop exercise, sleep and screen time guidelines for children worldwide, and invested in world-leading microscopes that visualise life at the molecular level and create new ways to fight disease. We're on the front line in the fight against climate change with our Eureka Prize-winning research into the capacity of coastal wetlands to mitigate sea level rises. We've united research teams with expertise in disaster response to help communities in crisis, and we're focusing on research projects aimed at enhancing community resilience in an era of growing uncertainty. Graduation sparks a new connection with this university, one I hope will be a lifelong relationship with us, through further study or as a proud ambassador. You are now part of a vibrant global community of more than 163,000 alumni from 179 countries, each with the shared experience of studying at the University of Wollongong. I encourage you to stay connected with the university and your fellow graduates. The relationships you have formed during your time here will be invaluable for years to come, providing a strong support network regardless of where your career takes you or where you find yourself in the world. As you join us here today, and if you plan to celebrate following the ceremony, take a moment to reflect on your time here, what you have achieved, and importantly, what the future could hold for you. I encourage you to set your sights high and work towards something you believe in, because when you find your purpose, you will find your place. Dreams without goals are just dreams, so harness your passion and commit to your next chapter. I would particularly like to welcome our special guest speaker, Professor Fiona Wood, AM, and thank Fiona for joining us today. Fiona has spent her life pursuing moonshot goals which have made the world a better place. Fiona is a trailblazer and has harnessed her passion and committed to her cause. She has changed the world. May I again welcome you all and extend our best wishes to all of the graduates for a happy and memorable graduation day.
Thank you so much, Chancellor. Chancellor, I present to you the graduates to receive awards from Faculty of Science, Medicine and Health, Faculty of Business and Law, Faculty of the Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, Faculty of Engineering and Information Sciences.
In the name of the Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I confirm your admission to the awards of which you have qualified.
Thank you, Chancellor. In each of the 4 faculties, we now ask the Executive Deans to please stand and commence your official award presentations.
I present to you from the Faculty of Engineering and Information Sciences for their bachelor degrees. Janine Leong, Matthew Archer, Dumek Rwano Chen, Blake Francis Common, Samuel James Green, Georgius Easton Curley, Ivan Ezekiel Suratno, Paul John Tombridge, Nafal Uzwal Washist, Roylin Wang, Rufan Wang, Nafal Muhammad Xavier, Michelle Theroux, Benjamin Gunther, John Niven, Daniel Parisi, Kai Ming Tan, Fu Win Nguyen, Gregory Mark Jimenez, Labiba Islam, Amir Hamza Khan, Maxwell Mannix, Saranjit Singh, Pankaj Sarkar, Muhammad Shahroz, Feng Zhu, Chi Mai Do, Thomas Jacob Matthew, Liam Brown, Matthew Luke Rodriguez, Hamad Ali Hamad Muhammad Ali Almanai, Brianna Jane Casey, Michael Ray, Sarah Wells, Charottama Oshmar Tamara, Said Hamza Ali, Muhammad Arif, Lachlan Gad, Damit Hashan Jayatilaka, Jamie Mason, Natalie Pangdi, Rami Muhammad Tamim, AFM Nurullah Akash, Bridget Parker, Georgia Colbrand, Akita Rioni Gamage, Arman Hope Haidar, Joshua Jones, Hasib Khan, Zafer Mehdi, Yushin Mung, Kyu Chi Nguyen, Alan Reed, Georgia Swindels, Majd Davut Süleyman Tabet, Tim Wasing, Ruwanga Vijatunga, Tasfin Zaman, Usman Iqbal Maral, Huang Viet Nguyen, Min Han Jin, Hualin Jin, Eileen Ruby Wallace, Zachary Martinago, Harrison James Rawls, Joel Thompson, Jonty Negus, Justin Alexander Takas, Hugh Alston, Rihanna Beth Price, I now present to you from the Faculty of Engineering and Information Sciences for their graduate certificates. Yuan Fei Dai, Sara Sadeghi Shehrazi, Mengtao Yan, I present to you from the Faculty of Engineering and Information Sciences for their master's degrees. Aaron George Wilson, Gordon James De Costa, Ashishwarya Sashikant Khatam, Madhav Partha Mukherjee, Tanush Tushar Shah, Jinghui Sun, Sajan Thapa, Shweta Tudoju, Ke Xian, Hong Zhong, Sandeep Acharya, Muzun Muhammad B. Al-Kulaib, Kevin Abraham, Ajay Anil, Nasif Askar, Han Het Ong, Naresh Pallavi, Abhishek Chandra Sekharan, Aheli Chattopadhyay, Umesh Chaudhary, Parathamish Jayandra Chitre, Minghao Song, Chitek Keshav Dalvi, Swapnil Desai, Ritem Dar, Blesson Elias, Rajat Rashekar Kanechari, Lyndon Marley Gori, Mayank Goyal, Hamad Ur Rahman, Muhammad Hamza, Nilima Karki, Muhammad Shahbaz Khan, Tanvi Pravin Kurlekar, Anand Lakshmanan, Mingjue Liu, Sheyang Liu, Abby Joseph Matthew, Rakshit Mawahali Venkata Chapalapati, Gus Muhyiddin Khan Muhammad, Vaishak Padma Kumar. That concludes the first part of our awards presentation. We will continue with the presentations shortly, and hear the vote of thanks from Eileen Wallace, but for now, I will hand you back to Kumi.
Welcome back, and to all of those students who have already been acknowledged as graduates for 2021, a huge congratulations. We move now to a very special part of the evening, the traditional conferral of a University of Wollongong Honorary Doctorate. This year it's Professor Fiona Wood, acclaimed burns expert and plastic surgeon. Professor Wood joins us from her hometown, Perth, Australia, where she'll deliver her occasional address. But first, I would like to welcome Professor Jennifer Martin AC, who will present Professor Fiona Wood AM for the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa.
Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present Professor Fiona Wood for admission to the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa. Resilient, committed and focused on driving forward the boundaries of knowledge, Professor Fiona Wood AM has forged an exceptional career as a world-leading burns specialist and researcher. She is one of Australia's most innovative and well-respected plastic and reconstructive surgeons, and an inspirational role model and advocate for women in leadership. Born in Yorkshire, Fiona began her medical career at St Thomas's Hospital, London in 1981, where she trained under the distinguished plastic surgeon Mr Brian Mayu. Her experiences while working at London's Great Ormond Street Hospital fostered a curiosity in the many forms of scarring, leading her to move on to the Queen Victoria Hospital, which had a burns unit. And so began Fiona's lifelong dedication to burns medicine. In 1987, she immigrated to Perth with her husband Tony to complete her general surgeon training. Here, under the mentorship of another great surgeon and inspiration in her life, Dr. Harold McComb, Fiona expanded her knowledge and experience in burns patients and wound healing. In 1991, in an historically male-dominated field, Fiona became Western Australia's first female plastic surgeon. That same year, her ability to lead a team and direct innovation for future clinical care was swiftly recognised, and she was appointed Director of the Burns Service of Western Australia. In this role, Fiona led the Burns Service of Western Australia to international recognition as a leader in burns care, simultaneously becoming an advocate for women in leadership. As a surgeon at Fiona Stanley Hospital, Hollywood Private Hospital and Perth Children's Hospital, Director of the Burns Service of Western Australia, co-founder of the Fiona Wood Foundation, co-founder of the first skin cell laboratory in Western Australia, and Winthrop and clinical professor at the Universities of Western Australia and Notre Dame, the breadth of her commitment to the field of burns medicine is astounding. As chairperson of the Burn Injury Research Unit, Fiona is championing innovative research, pioneering new treatments for healing burns, and minimising scarring with the overall aim of achieving totally scarless healing. Her enduring legacy and greatest contribution to date is the innovative spray-on skin technique, a world-first technology which has been used on thousands of patients around the world, greatly reducing permanent scarring in burns injuries. Fiona has been at the frontier of traumatic global events, harnessing her resilience, commitment, altruism and courage to save the lives of burns victims around the world. In October 2002, in response to the devastation caused by the Bali bombings, Fiona led a team of 19 surgeons, 130 medical staff, and 4 operating theatres to save patients suffering body burns, deadly infections, and delayed shock. In 2007, Fiona also travelled to Indonesia to help with emergency burns treatment of survivors of another international tragedy, the Garuda Indonesia Flight 200 crash landing. Fiona's extensive research has been published internationally in highly ranked peer-reviewed journals and covers a variety of topics including burns management, pharmacology, molecular biology, and genetics. She has been involved in a number of education programs and disaster response initiatives and is a Fellow of the Royal College of Surgeons, London and Edinburgh, and a Fellow of the Royal Australasian College of Surgeons in Plastic and Reconstructive Surgery. In recognition of her impressive career, Fiona has received many of Australia's highest accolades. She is a member of the Order of Australia, recipient of the Australian Medical Association's Contribution to Medicine Award, co-recipient of the Clunies-Ross Award, and recipient of the Advance Global Impact Award. In 2003 and 2004, Fiona was named West Australian of the Year, and in 2005, Australian of the Year. Moreover, she was voted Australia's most trusted person for 6 successive years from 2005 to 2010, and she has been immortalised as an Australian living treasure. A truly remarkable humanitarian, driven by a determination to reduce the devastation caused by the physical, psychological, and social impacts of burns injuries, Fiona has carved out an inspiring path as a medical professional and a woman in science. Chancellor, today we honour Professor Fiona Wood in recognition of her outstanding contributions and service to medicine and medical research, particularly in the specialty of burns medicine, and for her global humanitarian activities and demonstrated leadership. It is a privilege and a pleasure to present Professor Fiona Wood for a Doctor of Science honoris causa.
In the name of the Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa of the University of Wollongong.
Graduates, family and friends, Professor Fiona Wood, who was just admitted as an honorary doctorate, is our guest speaker this evening. Please join me in welcoming her.
Thank you, Chancellor. University of Wollongong staff, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my absolute honour to accept this honour, and I'm humbled by such a beautiful introduction, and it really takes me back down the tunnel of time to where my career started. And as I think, goodness me, we're in strange times indeed, where I'm standing here in Perth, looking at you all, so I wish I could in the same room, but looking at you all across this vast country with the use of technology, to say congratulations. To really share your joy today with you. As I say, looking down my tunnel of time, it takes me right back to when I was at graduation ceremonies for myself. It takes me back further than that, to the people who inspired me, the people who looked after me, cared for me, and made sure that I had the opportunity to reach my potential. So I urge you, while you all tonight celebrate your success, don't forget those around you that have taken the journey with you. My father left school at 14, as did my mother. Going down the coal mine at that age is just extraordinary, and I still can't kind of wrap my head around that. But he was absolutely focused, as was my mother, on giving us, my brothers and sister, an education. Because education gives you choice. And he used to say, education will give you the choice to get up in the morning and enjoy what you do. Don't waste it. So I can feel the joy from Wollongong, and I know you've all had the privilege of an extraordinary education to this point. But this is just the beginning. This education is special. It is an extraordinary privilege. What you do with it from now, that's the measure of the individual. We live in this technology, in these strange times. We live in a capacity where you can make a difference to the world in a way that is unprecedented. You can use your education for good. It's all about the choices you make. And as we stand collectively on the sort of brink of this, the tomorrow that you face, it's exciting, it's daunting, it can be overwhelming at times. And again, don't forget those around you that have helped you on the journey to date. Some will stay with you, some will move on their own trajectories. You'll gain more connectivity as you go forward in your life, as we build your networks to realize your potential. That potential that is based on such a solid educational framework. I remember going to medical school. It was 1975. Feels like a very long time ago because it was a very long time ago. I arrived and we were looking at the anatomy of the forearm, and I thought, whoa, if this is what surgeons put together, I will be a surgeon. If I had $1 for everybody who told me that that wasn't possible as being a girl, we would have a lot of funding for our research. But you know, I learned really early, negative energy without engagement is just a black hole, walk on by. Go and find those who will help you realize your potential. Share the positive energy, the criticism with engagement in how to make sure that we learn from today to make tomorrow better. I see suffering on a daily basis. I carry with me that suffering, and the way I have built my resilience and my coping strategy is to absolutely aggressively engage in research so that I will learn something every day to make the suffering of tomorrow less, to change the scarring inside and out of people who are unfortunate enough to suffer burn injury. I always say, if you're meeting me professionally, you're certainly not having a good day. But as we drive forwards, pushing back the barriers of knowledge, connecting with people, collaborating with your teams in Wollongong and across the world, we can make a difference. I have lived it. I know it to be true. And so, as I sit and sort of rejoice with you, because we've got this youthful energy, this passion, this exuberance, don't let that ever fade. Gather your resources, gather your resilience, gather your networks around you, and strive to go forward. I believe, absolutely fundamentally, that this education is a privilege, and it is our duty to give back and push back the boundaries of the world's knowledge in small ways and in big ways, if we're lucky. But to always keep that focus on understanding how our education gives us the opportunity to get up in the morning and enjoy what we do. And in that journey that is so exciting, because we're told you guys will have jobs that we've not even invented yet. Well, go out and invent them. My mother told me when I was 13 and I got a place at a school which changed my life, the Quaker school. Grasp the nettle with both hands and never let it go. And I urge you, grasp the nettle and don't let it go. And while you're chasing your dreams on this extraordinarily lumpy road called life, don't forget, keep something of the best of you for those who care most for you. Because in doing so, you will have the care and the resilience to keep going. And don't forget, you can never overrate kindness. So go out, celebrate life, celebrate your success so far. But I urge you to understand this is just the platform for tomorrow. Just the new beginning. Enjoy and engage, and don't let anyone come in the way of your passion and your energy as you realize your potential based on this solid education that you've got so far. And thank you so much for inviting me to be part of your celebrations today. Thank you. It's very great.
Thank you so much, Professor Fiona Wood. What an extraordinary privilege to hear those words. I hope you feel so inspired I could listen to her all night. But we are going to change the pace a little bit. We're going to head to the iconic Uni Bar. I don't know if you've been there before, where Wollongong's favourite Hockey Dad is performing their much-loved song, Good Eye, especially for your graduation. Now one of the biggest bands in Australia, Hockey Dad has played countless gigs at the Uni Bar over the years. The Uni Bar is a venue very dear to many of our graduates' hearts as a home for long lunches, catching up with friends, my personal favourite, a plate of hot chips with gravy and chicken salt, trivia, comedy, and of course, lots of live music, which we believe and so hope is coming back with some bangers in 2022. Let's go to the Uni Bar now. Guys, are you ready?
Hello, yes, we are. We're good to go. Ready to rock. All right, hope you're ready out there. Yeah, I picked it from the start. I caught it early, caught the shot, I won't sneak by. I got a good eye. I've been playing for a while. I paid my dues, paid them all. I catch you every time. I got a good eye. Congratulations to everybody on a great year, and well done graduating. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
That was fantastic, guys. Thank you so much. And I bet it brought back a lot of memories for our graduates tonight. Now, before we head back to your faculty presentation, tonight we have another special tribute. The Wollongong Lighthouse is going to be lit in honour of you, our graduates, as a symbol of your achievement here and the impact you will have not only on our local community, but as a citizen of the world. So if you're in Wollongong, please watch as darkness falls, that special tribute for all of you joining tonight. We are now going to proceed with the second part of our awards presentations, including the vote of thanks from the graduate speaker. Chancellor, I present to you the doctoral graduates from the Faculty of Science, Medicine and Health, Faculty of Business and Law, Faculty of the Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, Faculty of Engineering and Information Sciences, who, by reason of their theses and other work at the university, have met the requirements for admission to doctoral degrees.
In the name of the Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I confirm your admission to the doctoral degrees for which you have qualified.
Thank you so much, Chancellor. I now hand back to the faculty executives to complete the awards presentation. If you could please stand.
Thank you, Kumi, and congratulations to Dr. Fiona Wood. We will now continue with the presentation of awards. Rohan Eldho Paul. Devrarat Ashutosh Pohnerkar. Aditya Ragish. Juinhan Shen. Reshma Surendran. Jirpeng Yao. Yinhua Zhu. Jason Johnson Gonsalves. Mahesh Ratish. Atul Sem Kachora. Deepika Parihar. Muturia Uday Agragone. Tanuji Dinuhasi Gunasekara Paragota Patiraga Dona. Noel Silvernius Galasso. Apurva Gomotom. Dong Han. Jasprit Kaur. Durga Devi Katkakarki. Jiban Khan. Gang Hui Sheng Li. Maria Manichkapuram Thomas. Xiao Xiapu. Rina Rani. Esha Shagal. Zhong Shui. Shuai Zhao. Kabene Ado Bohalin. Muhammad Ali. Manu Anthony Jose. Sarul Bayar Sheikhan. Shuriti Mitai. Madan Ramlal Pant. Gautam Raghunath. Bichin Sun. Lonika Rani Vemulapalli. Harish Kumar Vinjamuri. Ashkaya Saju Mandapam. Abdin Misah. Ebtihal Awatha A. Al-Ahmadi. Binot Dehal. Suraj Paudel. Rajdeep Kaur. Albert James Vaneden. How many? I think we made a couple of. There should be a few. I stopped a couple. Can I put my mask? Congratulations to everyone on your achievements. It's now my pleasure to introduce University medalist Eileen Wallace, who will give the vote of thanks on behalf of her fellow graduates.
Chancellor, members of the university, distinguished guests, fellow graduates, family and friends. I'm truly honoured to be giving the vote of thanks today on behalf of my fellow EIS graduates. First and foremost, to the graduates watching today, congratulations, we did it. It might not be the university experience we anticipated, nor the graduation we imagined, but today is still our day. You've all faced unique battles and personal challenges in getting to this moment, but what is shared between us all is our proven ability to adapt to change, our incredible resilience, and a debt of gratitude to those who have carried us throughout this journey. With that, I would like to extend a sincere thank you to the University of Wollongong, the teachers, academics and staff who have gone above and beyond to not only teach us, but nurture our creativity and inspire us. You've allowed us to grow in an environment where sharing ideas is encouraged and mistakes are welcome. We can't thank you enough for this. To our parents, partners, families and friends, without your endless support, love and understanding, many of us wouldn't have made it to today. You've made us laugh when all we wanted to do was cry, given us perspective when we lost our way, and have been our rocks of stability as uncertainty flooded our lives these past 2 years. Whether you are near or far, you are graduating alongside us today because we did this together. Thank you. I would also like to express a heartfelt thank you to Professor Fiona Wood for her memorable words today. You are truly the epitome of how dreams can become a reality with hard work and dedication. Thank you for being a visionary leader, for your unwavering commitment to helping others, and for showing us the way forward as we begin to embark on our new journeys. And finally, to the graduates, you've earned this day. Celebrate and be proud of yourself. I like to think I'm still too young and far too inexperienced to offer any life lessons or wisdom, but I would like to share one piece of advice I recently received from someone I look up to. Don't be afraid of pushing into the unknown. Strive to get out of your comfort zone. Challenge yourself and take opportunities, even when they might scare you. For me, most recently, it was accepting to give this address. I'm terrified of public speaking, and I was certain someone else would write a much better speech than I would. But by saying yes, I come out the other end a little more experienced, a little more confident in my own abilities, and one small step closer to overcoming that fear. The next step for many of us may seem daunting, or it might still be unknown. But if we continue to let our fears win, nothing in this world progresses. all of us leave today with the knowledge, the skills, and the work ethic needed to deliver great things for people who need them. And I'm confident that you all will. Congratulations again. Thank you.
Eileen Wallace, congratulations on your university medal and thank you for your heartfelt speech. I would say you have conquered that fear of public speaking. Thanks also to Professor Gorsel Alerja and the commitment of our highly skilled academic staff who have helped guide your UOW journey. Congratulations to all of you on your remarkable achievements. I wish you all the very best for your futures and hope to see you at an alumni event very soon. And on behalf of everyone at UOW, thank you so much for joining us and do enjoy the rest of this evening's celebrations.